Welcome back. Happy Sunday and happy birthday to my husband, Paul. Today is his birthday. If you've been following me on Instagram stories, you probably have been seeing some highlights of our winter weekend away with the kids and with the family. It's always a fun time. So if you haven't gotten a chance to see the footage, you can always head to Instagram stories. I keep all of my content in highlight bubbles on the day that I post on Instagram stories, and that stays there for 1 week. So again, happy birthday to my husband. Thank you for being here. And today I just take you along again for another day of Instagram stories from last week on the 11th. As always, everything that I talk about in my Instagram stories, if I shared a link or mentioned something, that will be in the description box below this video, as well as on the corresponding blog post, which is always your top link and the best place to shop from. Probably the biggest highlight that you will see in the footage is me walking you through my system, my early morning system post-workout, and how I set up for success for the next day. And I've done this for years and it has served me well. So one of the biggest things that you'll see is all the components that I utilize. I will have links to all of that. So there's a ton of links to sort through to help you optimize your system. And then I take you along with a whole slew of other things that took place that day. So I hope you enjoy. Let's take a look. Good Thursday morning. I think many of you will love what I am about to share. I've talked many times about follow through. Following through with whatever it is you're doing, setting yourself up for success, maybe tomorrow's success. My workout is done for the day, but before I move on to the next thing on my agenda for today, I set everything up for tomorrow's workout plus work, because I do work. In fact, I have over 2 hours of work under my belt this morning just doing physical activity. And I will share those stats with you in a bit so that I can encourage you to make the best use of your time by implementing multitasking when it works for you. I believe in multitasking, but then I also don't believe in it. It just depends on when you're utilizing multitasking. I utilize it well. I utilize it to my advantage, and I'm going to talk more about how you can utilize multitasking better in your life. So I'm set up for tomorrow's success. Let's do a little walkthrough. Now, my physical activity today was on the Arc Trainer, which is over there, and then my workstation bike, which you can get to on my Amazon storefront, but I'll be happy to share a link to it as well, and I'll let you know where I will share that link. Let's start over here. So when I do my weight training, strength training, and don't forget, I have a blog post where I share my workout equipment, but you can also get it on my personal brand website under the recommendations tab, and you can shop all of these items on my Amazon storefront. I put a lot of work into that Amazon storefront. Many hours between Christmas and New Year went into that, and I'm keeping it. In fact, this morning I added more items just because things come up for me. So it's definitely a process, but I have a lot of great categories. But I love the height of this when I'm working out, because it's a great height for me. So when I'm doing weights, I keep my laptop open so I can brain dump anything that needs to come out of my head and be documented somewhere, because I can't store things in my head. My time block for today,
Thursday's time block is right here. You can see a lot of Sharpie marks on there because that I accomplished that. I'm ending my first block of the day at 8 a.m. I go into block 2 of my day. So everything that needed to take place in block 1 is done. And that's very typical for me. And if I don't believe I can get everything done, I may get up an hour earlier. So instead of 4, I may get up at 3, just because I know what my block looks like. I highly, highly, highly encourage you take the 4-module masterclass time blocking. It's called Time Management Masterclass. Let me share with you, if you register for 3-week intense during the early bird special, you will get a free video assignment upon checkout. So if you sign up today, you'll get your email. You will get a video assignment from me. And in that video assignment is a $15 off coupon code for the Time Management Masterclass. So I try to make it work for you so that you can take advantage of it. So my laptop is up. I actually always keep a laptop charger here. That is always here. It does not move. And when I'm done with my workout for the day, I kind of clip it under here so I don't have to reach and find it. But when I'm working, my laptop is plugged in. I will share with you, I am on bottle number 4 of water for today. So typically by 8 a.m., I am on to bottle number 4. If I'm not, then I'm wrapping up bottle number 3. So I get a lot of H2O during my morning workout. So this is how it looks when I'm all done working out and I'm setting up for tomorrow. This is actually water bottle number 2 because I drink water bottle number 1 upon awakening. Bottle number 2 is always in the basement waiting for me for tomorrow's workout. So this is just a well-oiled machine. I don't need to document doing this anywhere because it's on autopilot. So if you're wondering, Tracy, do you task that you need to do these steps? No, I don't. And that is because it's so on autopilot. I'm so programmed because of years under my belt that I don't need to do that. So here is water bottle number 2, ready to go for tomorrow. I go up and go to the bathroom so many times during my workout that I just grab bottle number 3 on one of my times going up to the restroom. I grab bottle number 4, one of my times going up to the restroom. I've already charged my AirPods for tomorrow, but I actually will be taking these upstairs with me because I have coaching sessions. So typically these go upstairs with me, but when I'm done using them, because I don't like listening to anything when I do weights, I only listen to content, for example, when I need to approve one of my videos. So when I do cardio, I typically have these in. I don't for physical activity because I'm working, and I don't for weight training because I like to spend my strength training time in deep thought, doing big picture thinking. So I do a lot of big picture thinking. This is when all my aha moments take place. I also spend a lot of time talking to the Lord, whether it's usually in my head, but I do, as you've watched in my Instagram stories before, I do talk to him out loud as well. So we're all set up for that. These are going to go upstairs with me. Here's my workout checklist for the week. And I've shared before that last week's checklist always stays here because I need to reference it to see maybe what I'm training next for upper body and or what I didn't check off for legs from last week, because I have so many leg exercises. I can't possibly get them done in my 5 to 6 workouts per week. So what I do is whatever I didn't check off last week, I know I need to check off this week. So this is always here. Every Sunday, I print a new one of these. And then this one will go over here, and the new one will go on this clipboard. I always have a Sharpie and pen attached to my time block clipboard, and I always have a Sharpie and a pen that stays on this table. And then this document over here, I also print every single Sunday, and that is just a checklist that I did my physical activity for the day, my cardio, my weight training, my abs, and I practiced dance. And I kind of have a routine and system. If you're doing 3-week intense right now, you know the flow. So I have a flow. I also talk about my flow in the workshop that's called Build Your Workout Routine. So I have 2 workshops I recommend that this stuff will help you with. One is building your routine, which I share with you how my routine is built. And then the second workshop is tracking your workout metrics. Both of those workshops, they're great. They work in tandem. I highly recommend you take both. First, do the build your workout routine, and second, do the tracking of your workout metrics. So 2 workshops, get to them on the replay. Get to those workshops on the replay tab. Highly recommend them. Also, when I am done, when I complete my workout for the day, I plug in my fitness band because I track my zones of cardio. I track everything. I'm a metrics girl. I've shared before, I love numbers. I love numbers, especially when there's a dollar sign in the front and there's not a negative. It's a plus, a dollar sign, and then an amount. Love that. No shame. No shame. And I'm hoping to see some of those considering the great news that we got about Bitcoin yesterday. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm so thankful that I've held my Bitcoin. So this little charger here, let me just chime in. If you held your Bitcoin, it's probably time to get scheduled with Paul. He already has been reached out to by a couple of you who took the workshop for the cryptocurrency. It's time to get connected with him to find what your next steps are going to be if you're uncertain. Thankfully, he manages mine and everyone else's in our family. But this little unit here, so I mean, you can see that I've got a big old box here. This always stays plugged in as well. In fact, everything that you see plugged into this unit is always there. I have one of these on the Amazon storefront. So check it out. I can always add some more. So as soon as I'm done, I plug this in. It's charging up. It's ready to go for tomorrow. So again, follow through. That's the big message of the day, is follow through. Now, what is this? What is this contraption or setup? Yes, this is how when I'm done, when I walk upstairs to start block 2 of my day, this is what you're looking at, because I'm set up for tomorrow's success. So I always start my workout routine doing work. Yes, business work, personal work, family, home, whatever is on my agenda to work on. So when I come down here, I already have, yes, already all set to go. I already have Friday's time block. I've even put a couple notes on there. Friday's time block gets printed while I'm doing my physical activity this morning. So tomorrow when I do physical activity, I will print Saturday's time block. And it's noted on here to do so. That's how I know to do it and not forget. And then during one of my bathroom breaks, my many bathroom breaks, and I celebrate that win because it shows that I am pounding the water, the water. So during one of my bathroom breaks, I go grab this document, my time block document off the printer. I bring it down so that I can attach it to this clipboard. You can see I'm a clipboard queen, a clipboard queen. You can shop clipboards on my Amazon storefront. So they're there. I also I'll drop a link to my personalized one. The black one that was sitting on my workstation desk actually has my name on it, and I will drop a link in tomorrow's newsletter so that you can pick up one of those for yourself. And there is something I look for in a clipboard, believe it or not. Wow, Tracy. Wow, you are really making up for lost time here on stories. So let's all just celebrate that win, that I am here and I am sharing. Rickety rackety, right? Rickety rackety. Hey, it works. So this is all set to go for tomorrow. My daily devotion always stays here. It never leaves this little spot. So what I do is I've created a desk. This is a bar stool that we have for our round bistro tables over there that are bar height. So this is very lightweight. So I set it up here, and this is just a lid to a tote, like a storage tote. So I have my table. And then when I come down here in the morning, I bring my coffee, I bring my computer, I have my phone, I set whatever I need to on here, and then I go grab my fitness tracking device. I will have a link in tomorrow's newsletter with several different options for fitness tracking. If you do 3-week intense, a fitness tracker is a requirement. So I do want to share that. A fitness tracker is a requirement. If you have an Apple Watch, you're a shoo-in. If you have a Fitbit, you're a shoo-in. If you have a Garmin, you're a shoo-in. If you have a membership with Orange Theory and you have an Orange Theory band like I do, you're a shoo-in, but it is a requirement for 3-week intense. You have no idea how much I would love to create my own fitness band and market that puppy, because wow, sky's the limit, right? I told you I'm a big picture thinker when I do my workouts. You'd be amazed all the inventions and innovations I come up with. I'm a visionary. I just reached out to all of the kids earlier this week or last weekend with something I want us to all do. I'm just like, we're going to build all these little things all around the United States, and then it's going to be a franchise, and then and they're like, Mom, no, you have enough on your plate. No. It's my world. That's why I shared that little God thing last night, where it cracks the whip and centers me. Yes, he centers me. Someone has got to center this girl. So this is all set up. Now, when I get done with my physical activity and I move on to upper body training, again, there's a flow. Take the Build Your Workout routine to hear all about it and create your flow. I will pick this thing up and I set it right here, because at some point I'm going to be doing my cardio, and I need this removed because my cardio takes place on my treadmill. Now, when I'm done, and you'll also see that my sweatband is already waiting for me for tomorrow. So it's drying out. It's drying out from today's sweat. Love it. Love me some sweat, especially around the waist, especially around the stomach, because that's always been my problem area. Imagine that. I spent way too many years eating standard American diet and sugar, and as a result, I'll never be able to sweat it all off, right? Too many years under my belt. So then when I'm all done with cardio, I will put this back up here, and in between sets of doing my strength training is when I'm setting up for tomorrow, so that I can maximize all my time. So that's the system, folks. As you know, there's systems to everything. And often in coaching, what do I find? I find a lack of systems. I always share, we all have habits and we all have systems and we all have routines. It's just a matter are they serving you? Is your system serving you? Are your habits serving you, right? Are your routines serving you? You all have them. So a couple of little nuggets before I leave you with this powerful, wonderful, motivating, inspiring message of the day. Please, if you want to shop something, start with the Amazon storefront or where you already know I store links. Go to that random recommendations tab on my personal brand website. You can get to my Amazon storefront on my personal brand website. You can get to everything by tapping the link in my bio. Go to my workout equipment blog post. That's a great place to go. I'll actually put that link in here. I'll also add it in tomorrow's Friday newsletter because pretty much everything you see should be there. But again, you can always shop the Amazon storefront. If there's something you can't find, a link to something you can't find after checking those places, please reach out. Please feel free to reach out to the help@Hensel Coaching and Consulting email address. You can always ask for a link on YouTube. I check comments every single day. I've already went through all the comments, read through all the comments from yesterday's video, so I'm all caught up. And then in block 2, I have a little pocket between clients where I check comments. And then in block 3, I check comments between clients or personal or home responsibilities. So 3 times per day, I check YouTube comments. How often do I check Instagram stories, direct messages? Rarely. And if it's more than one sentence, I just swipe out. I'm not going to make time. And I share that all the time. And it's very discouraging for me to know that people try to use that. If someone has their direct messages shut off, that's the way they communicate to you. It's not the best place to reach them. So there's only so much of me, folks, and I'm not on my phone, and I'm on my computer, and I only get on Instagram on my phone. I don't get on Instagram on my computer, and I'm not a phone girl. I'm a computer girl. And I only check YouTube comments on my computer. So Tracy's on her computer. If I want Tracy to see it, YouTube comments or the help@henselcoachingandconsulting.com email address, because that gets patrolled by not only my business manager, Haley, who manages that. I have another source managing that, and then me. So 3 different people on the team are checking it every single day. Guaranteed we will see it, and guaranteed we will circle back with you. Someone will, whoever the most fitting person to circle back, they will get back with you. Direct message, I'm so sorry. I can only do so much. I mean well, but there's only one of me, and I'm just not on my phone. Praise the Lord for that, really, honestly.
If you want to raise the bar, if you want to move the needle, if you want to take the wheel in your life, you've got to take charge. You've got to choose your heart. You have got to see that you have power you can step into. Good afternoon. Taking a little break here and getting caught up on the Facebook community page for 3 Week Intense. And I want to share what one of the members posted 18 hours ago. She said, I want to share a testimony. I have been experiencing anxiety and depression since May 2023. I'm sure anyone who has experienced mental health struggles knows just how debilitating this can be. I am quite surprised that since starting 3 Week Intense, I have experienced no anxiety and depression symptoms. I came into 3 Week Intense hoping to make improvements in my physical health. I had no idea that exercising and eating well could improve my mental health so much. It's amazing how much the human body is so interconnected. All this hard work is well worth it if it can keep me free of anxiety and depression. Well, this is no new information for me. This is great what she shared, but it comes as no surprise because I already know how they're connected. But what I love is when, again, and I've shared this, when you are stepping into your power, when you are mastering your life, when you are managing things, when you are checking off the boxes of what it is that you say you desire, and deep in your core you desire, you start becoming resilient to the outside things that pull and tug, like food, being sedentary. You feel better about yourself because you're making choices that align with what you really want. It's just that there's so many temptations in this world to pull us away. So what's happening here is this member is sharing that we clearly know she's checking off boxes, the 3-week intense boxes that I give her. She's checking those off. So a lot of people think, when I get to the goal, maybe it's weight loss, when I get there, I'll be happy. No, that's not how it works. It's when you're doing when you're doing what it takes to get to the goal, that's the part that makes you feel good because you're choosing it. You're choosing making this happen. You are literally stepping into the power that you already have. You just have to lean into it. As a result, you feel better about yourself. You don't feel stuck. And your confidence goes up, which takes away anxiety and depression. There's no other way to really flip that switch, right? Here's the downside, and just something to always remember. In just a matter of a couple of days, you can revert back. That's why you have to set up the proper parameters to prevent that from happening. I can easily slip into not feeling good about myself. I can easily be in a funk or feel stuck or have down days. So I set up parameters to prevent that from happening because it can happen so fast. So this member, after 3-week intense, when the community is no longer there holding each other accountable, cheering one another on, the daily coaching nuggets from me, you can either just fall back into your old patterns, which for this member would probably be anxiety and depression. Eventually it would show up after a few days. Very quickly it would show up. Or you continue to live the life you desire. And that's what 3-week intense is about. Yes, we are together for 21 days, but then you're on your own to live this mastery life, to be methodical about your life for the rest of your life. That's the tools that I provide to put in your toolbox. Many members come back because they want to keep that traction, right? Until they feel that they can confidently master this all on their own, and that's okay. It's amazing what people share. Last night, I shared a little bit of what people were sharing about their weight loss, and let me just say this. 3-week intense is not a weight loss program. A lot of things aren't a weight loss program. They are there to use as a tool if you want weight loss, but the program itself is not for simply weight loss. It's about living a lifestyle and developing habits and systems and learning the art of accountability and learning what true exercise is, not the noise of the world. Everyone is always in shock mode when they find out, wow, this is what it takes. And once you're doing it, the results come. It makes sense I didn't have results prior. It's just, there's so many aha moments. But a couple of days ago, and let me just share this. We are on day 11 of 21. So the person who just shared her testimony about the release of anxiety and depression. This is 11 days in, folks. Yes, this is the type of stuff that happens when you take charge of your life. I'm not doing anything. I'm just there to help coach and to help give you some of the markers to check off, but you're doing the work. But I love this. So I asked the community to share if weight loss is their goal, how they did. And this was at, I think, was this yesterday? Okay, so on day 10, to share if you did have weight loss, to share your weight loss. And if you've done previous rounds of 3-week intense, share that and how much you lost per round and where you are today. This is where it gets powerful. So here I have a member. She did quarter 3 of 2023. She did quarter 4 of 2023, and now she was 10 days in yesterday. So she lost 3 pounds in quarter 3, 3 pounds in quarter 4, and 1.7 pounds in Q1, 10 days in. She said total weight loss since following Tracy's intense and hard in June before 3-week intense, she's down 19.7 pounds. That's we're not even 1 year. That's 6 months. 6 months. Okay, let me read another one. I am on my 3rd 3-week intense. I lost 5 pounds on my first round, 8 pounds on my second round, and 2 pounds on this one at the 10-day mark. I am below my weight window for the first time in my life by taking care of my body in a healthy way, working on body composition now. No more skinny fat. So there's a lot of transformation that takes place up here as you learn more about exercise and what's required depending on your goals. So the program is very specific to you personally. We just do it in a group setting. So it's everyone comes with their own set of goals. I just help you achieve that, and then you have all this accountability with the members. Let me read some more losses. Okay, I did quarter 4 3-week intense and started at 160 pounds. I started quarter 1 3-week intense right now at 153.2 pounds. I'm currently at 150.8 pounds. So love this. Now let me go to another. People left their stats in different places. So I have to find where the rest are. Is it this one? Okay, here's some more stats from different members. 2.4 pounds, this is in 10 days. 1.8 pounds, 4 pounds in 10 days. Again, all of these are at the 10-day mark. 3 pounds, 3 pounds, 3.8 pounds, 4.4 pounds, 2.5 pounds, 2.2, 4 pounds, 3 pounds. So you're kind of seeing a little pattern. Now, we are about the halfway mark. So if these were to double, can you imagine the 3 pounds now being 6 pounds? And then in a few weeks, the first week of April, we start quarter 2 of 2024 3-week intense. So a lot of the members that like to join over and over because they're just not ready to let that leash out, right? They want to build on their success. So they make it a goal sometimes just to maintain going into quarter 2 or to continue to lose. Many do because the systems are created for them. I create the systems for you. In 3-week intense, you get the whole packet. You get the whole shebang. Then it's up to you you'll use them during the 21 days. It's up to you to continue to use your toolkit that I give to you in between, and then come back for the next quarter and we go right back at it, and you have your accountability group, your whole group of women encouraging, lifting, challenging one another too. We talk about challenging. I did a question on day 2 or 3. It will take me a while to find it because there's just so much. People share their videos, people share books, people share their food. It's amazing. It's so motivating and inspiring even for me. But early on, one of the first couple of days, I feel like it was day 2. Let me see, because I had a nail appointment that day and I sent a message out. Okay, so we started on the 1st. It would have been Thursday the 4th. I was on my way to my nail appointment, and I sent a video to the community asking them if they were noticing a shift in their confidence. Amazing what people shared. Amazing. So it was the 4th full day in, and this was in the morning, so it's almost like 3 days in. What people were sharing about their confidence and how much more resilient they were to the outside world, to the noise, all of the noise that's going on, and people. Everyone shared they're less triggered. It's so true. I mean, yes, we all are triggered, and in coaching we'll explore why you're triggered because there is a reason. But when you have confidence, when you feel good about yourself, you just tune out so much more noise and little things that got under your skin, little things that people would say. You don't even bat a lash because you feel so good about yourself. And then you start to realize that a lot of these outside messages and factors are coming from other people's own unhappiness. And you just set yourself free. You're in your own beautiful lane, and it's a beautiful place to be because it's the art of living well, right? It's the rich life. So I just have to share that because it's so inspiring. Don't forget, if this is speaking to you right now, this is when you want to join. This is when you want to join because now you know it's coming. So you can start mentally planning that it's coming. In quarter 2, I'm going to be part of this program. And today, I'm going to start stepping into my power to prepare for that. Right? And then again, if you sign up for quarter 2, which starts April 7th or 8th, I'll look that up. If you register before quarter 1 closes, I'm offering the early bird special, which is a video from me, health and wellness tips, and you will get that in your email. After checkout, after registering, you'll get an email with your receipt, and that video will be in there. You can watch it over and over and start mentally planning. I have a couple of exercises that I encourage you to do. One would be great leading up to the start of 3-week intense for quarter 2, which starts on, so the information video email goes out on April 3rd. We meet on Sunday for the live Q&A, and we start the next day on Monday, April 8th. You would have the exercise that I have in the video that you'll get upon registering. That is great for you to start really building awareness of why you are where you are today. I say this all the time. You're right where you deserve to be. I'm right where I've earned myself to be. You are right where you've earned yourself to be. You are not a victim to menopause, old age, middle age. You're not a victim to any of that. You are where you've earned yourself to be, just like I am, just like all the members of 3-week intense. The exercise that I share in the video for all of you to do, I walk through it. You'll need some Post-it notes. You know I'm not a big fan of Post-it notes, but you'll need some Post-it notes to do the exercise that's in that video. It's a great exercise. It's great. It's very powerful in my coaching, especially with my clients who will tell me, Tracy, I do everything. I'm in menopause, and it doesn't matter what I do, da-da-da-da-da. And I always find out right away that what you're doing is why you're where you are today, right? It's why you're where you are today. So this exercise will really bring awareness because you'll be like, oh, yeah, makes complete sense. So yeah, take advantage of it. 3-week intense, such a wonderful program. And the connections that you make are just, it's probably the best part. It's the icing on the cake. Okay, I shared earlier with you that I would walk you through my metrics for today from my workout. And just a reminder that if you take the track your workout, your workout, you will see all of this. So here's today's metrics. You know, I love my numbers. I love my metrics. This is a breakdown of today's workout. Let me explain something. So I got an hour and 37 minutes in just of physical activity. This is not cardio and this is not a workout. It's physical activity only. You'll be so educated by the time you are 10, 11 days in, probably 3-4 days in, you'll be so educated on what physical activity is, what cardio is, what is weights, which is strength training or resistance training. It is such an aha moment because people are like, I never knew. Well, you don't know what you don't know. So this 1 hour and 37 minutes of physical activity, I was working the whole time. So I am on the clock. If you work an 8-hour workday, you would have shaved this time off. You basically would have shaved, you would have multitasked for an hour and 37 minutes of your workday. So not everyone can do that, but many of you can. And we find that out in 3-week intense as well. If you're a walker only, then you are checking off the physical activity box. You're not checking anything else off. Well, you are getting steps in. So an hour and 37 minutes of physical activity. My overall weight training, so I did chest today, right? No. I did biceps, and then I did one leg workout, one leg exercise. And don't forget, I have a legs exercise video that you can get on the workshop and replay tab. And then I did a little burner. So my weightlifting session today took 42 minutes to do all that training. My cardio, and let me share that 20 minutes of this cardio, I was working because I was approving one of my videos, which means I'm on the clock. I'm working in the business. Between all of this, I burned 831 calories. That's a lot of calories, but that's because we included the physical activity. You'd be amazed how many calories you can burn just in your little physical activity. Now, just remember though, you walkers only, that is not enough. Your health is compromised if you're not checking off the cardio box and the weights box. Yes, someone has to tell you. You'll learn more about this in 3-week intense in all the backings of it. And then my overall steps, not for the day. This is not for the day. This is all before 7 a.m. in the morning, sometimes 6, depending on what time I got up. I got 11,441 steps in. When you do 3-week intense, all of this right here, you'll be measuring too. You'll know these numbers. And you probably heard me share some multitasking. So that's when multitasking can work for us, right? I'm moving my body. Now, I could easily stay in bed, drink my coffee, and do my admin work for work. And then I also do some personal. You know, I read my daily devotional. I read my daily document. I have 5 documents for each day of the week. I could stay in bed and drink coffee, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. No judgment. Beautiful. I mean, celebrate that win. Or I could burn over 200 calories by moving my body slowly because it's just physical activity, aka you walkers. Instead, I could multitask in that way. The choice will be yours. There's not a right or a wrong. It's whatever serves you best. No judgment at all. Don't judge yourself. But if you're wanting to get your health in a better position or place, you want to think about doing something, but don't forget, physical activity is not enough. If you're wanting more of this, if you're thinking, I need to learn this more, I need to understand this more because I'm 50 years old or I'm 60 years old and I want to feel good the last 30, 40, 50 years of my life, right? I want to have quality life. That's what 3-week intense is trying to drive home. It's not there's no quick fixes. You're not going to step out of here with the quick fix, but you are going to be on the right track for the long haul, the life haul. What I do in 3-week intense is year round, all year long, checking off all those boxes because I know what it requires. But the confidence, how you feel about yourself is the most beautiful reward that comes as a result of you doing the work and stepping into your power. In organizing tomorrow, today, planning next week, this week, I am all set up for tomorrow's dinner. Doing it today because tomorrow will be very busy. As you know, I watch baby Mac, and Kirsten went back to work from her 12-week maternity leave on Monday. So now I have Junie Balloony and Mare Bear. So it'll be very, very busy around here, and then to make family dinner. So everything is set up. Actually, most of this was set up yesterday. And yes, I've got those on my radar too. Chickens in here. And for tonight, you get what you get and you don't have a fit. That's what I used to tell my girls. You get what you get and you don't have a fit. A couple drumsticks, one for Paul, one for Pips. About ready to go in the oven. Just a hodgepodge. Shook some panko crumbs and put some seasoning on it. We're good to go. They'll be happy because they had ice cream. Right? Did they have ice cream? Is there still more? Yeah, there's still more ice cream in there. I am so fully stocked, folks, of my sizzle fish and my raw fountain juices. I've been on the hunt for burgundy trousers. Now I have more of an aubergine or eggplant color, and these may not be looking true burgundy with my lighting, but they are a true burgundy. I actually bought 4 pairs, but 1 pair are en route. They did not arrive yet. So I'm going to show you all 3 that I have. These are the first, and I will have a link. You can tap on the link. I have an upcoming video where I will share these. These are the first. I actually have little animal print booties on with them. Number 1. Okay. Number 2. Number 3. Now these are a little short looking. They shouldn't be because these are in a regular length, which is what I am. But at this particular site, I order longs, and the longs were not available. So, but at least you can get an idea what they look like. Yeah, curious. 1, 2, or 3. Which ones do you think I like best? Definitely not short. I would need these in a long. Thanks for joining me on a day of Instagram stories. Don't forget, anything you're probably looking for a link to will be in the description box or on the corresponding blog post. If you can't find a link to something, please leave that in the comment section. I'll be happy to put that link in there. Or as always, reach out to customer support. One of us will get back with you at our earliest convenience. Take a peek at last week's videos. I had a whole slew of them. On Friday, I shared my microneedling and PRP treatment that I recently had performed at my local skin spa. I also shared a closet organization tour last Tuesday where I take you along in 2 walk-in closets that I utilize, how I store my seasonal clothes. I show you all the components. There's so many great nuggets in that video. And then on Monday of last week, I took you along on Instagram stories to Rejuve Ave for my microneedling. So you get 2 hits of the microneedling last week. So you get 2 days of my microneedling at the skin spa last week on YouTube. Links to everything, again, in the description box. Thanks for being here. Have a great week.